Hey guys, it's Philip. Good morning. Well, it's Thursday. I haven't been on for a few days. I don't know if you can tell or not. I've got sounds like a frog in my throat or whatever, but I've had a little bout with whatever this creeping crud is that's going around. I haven't had too many pipes. I don't know about you, but when I'm not feeling so great or have a cold or whatever, English blends are about the only thing that satisfy me. Um, Maybe it has something to do with the Latakia or I don't know what, but anyway. Housekeeping. Today I'm just smoking one of my estate pipes that I purchased in a group uh, of several pipes. I've had this one now for quite some time. This is probably one of the first groups of pipes that I purchased. It just says Italy on it, and I think the number 226. I'm not really sure, but you know what? It hugs my mouth and chin, and I really enjoy this pipe when I'm traveling, like taking a drive or whatever. It just sits right there nice. Got my Aristocob tamper. And I'm using some matches that I got from my good buddy Dafflily when I purchased the pipe from him a while back. I guess my other housekeeping would be a little Kleenex. I'm better today, a lot better today. Oh, in my pipe I'm smoking Virginia blend from Chief Katuna. Google Chief Katuna for his blends. Real good guy. Out in New Jersey area, out that way. I can't remember exactly. Since I've talked with you last, I did try to do a video, but I've diagnosed some problems with my iMac upstairs. Recently I had hard drive replaced. Ever since then, the what do you call it? Microphone, internal microphone does not work. So I'm working today on my MacBook Pro, or MacBook Air, I guess it is, which I just got back from Mac because I had to have a new screen put on it because I closed down the lid on my earphones, as I a lot of times like to lay in bed and listen to videos and watch them, therefore not disturbing anyone else in the room. And like a dummy, I set them down and it pierced the screen and then screwed it all up. So $500 later, I got a new screen. That took me a year, better than a year, to decide to do that. Because I thought, I ain't doing that, no way, But they started getting worse and worse and worse, and colors all over the screen. You all started looking like zombies, even if you weren't manipulated into zombies with software. It was a mess. Anyway, I tried to do a video. Like I say, I'd gotten a bunch of things in from Pipes and Cigars. But it's probably better that I didn't get to show you because it's close to Secret Santa time, so I'm building up some things that in hopes of when I get my name I can send those out. So it may in fact be one of your gifts that I may be sending. So I'll just hold on to those for a while, and suffice it to say, it's just a lot of blends that, or a lot of tins of things that I thought people might enjoy. And a couple that I wanted to try. Finally got some Psyllium's Black, I think it's called. Wanted to try that. Holy Smoking Pipe Padre always talks about that one. I also, when I said English, I don't know if y'all have tried this one or not. It's from Pipes and Cigars. It's called Sterling 759. It's about one of the best English I've found. Now, suffice to say, I'm not a big English. I don't smoke English, or haven't smoked English a lot. I'm starting to smoke it more and more. I think your palate kind of begins to grow. I drink wines and beers over the years. I worked in the business for a good while for a large distributor, and kind of build up kind of a connoisseur of different things, certain beers, IPAs, pale ale, different varieties, and you begin to taste different ones. And then there's various times that you, either by a meal choice or a day or a time of year, you choose a a wine or a beer. Same way with tobaccos, I think. I tend to find myself going to English more in the winter, fall and winter. Maybe some of you are like that. I want to give a shout out to Miss Emily. My wife and I were sitting watching the video of her in Louisiana. Louisiana Pipe Guy, I think it is, 1965. I'm sorry about that, Kevin. I know you now by Kevin, and I think that's right. Anyway, you all know who I'm talking about. Miss Emily is his daughter. It's so cute to see her on there doing her thing and mimicking Daddy, and boy, how they grow and learn quickly, and you just see the gestures and the mannerisms that she had picked up from her daddy, and how she described the various things that she had personally, her American Girl doll and the clothing for it, and even her dad's pipes. She'd been watching Daddy, I'm sure, on those videos and picked up on that. And politically, Kevin, I don't think I'd worry too much about it with me anyway, and these guys here. We got to be discreet with how we promote what we do, making our kids aware of the risks, and then letting them make the choices, but also not put them in risk, like you said. You're conscious of where she's at in the room or in another room while you're smoking your pipe. I think that's all we can do. My daddy and I grew up in a time back, I'm 48, so I'm in your timeline. Smoking was vogue, or everybody did, And so my dad smoked in the car, like to choke us out of there, smoked in the house, smoked, there was no regard for where we were, proximity, or, I even went and bought cigarettes for my dad. I'd go to a little store down the road, or in town. We were about 2 blocks from downtown. A little store called Lockheed's. He cut meat there, and he also had cigarettes and various variety things, different kinds of, little bit of everything, like as far as grocery stuff. I'd go get a carton of Tarringtons for my dad on Sunday, and I couldn't be any more than 10 years old. I'd get me a candy bar for doing it, or maybe some of those red hot dogs. You all remember? Some of you guys might remember those cased hot dogs that were red in color from the meat market. I used to think those were great. But I'd go get those every Sunday for my daddy. Never thought a thing about it. Nobody ever said a word. was just normal. Nowadays, boy, that'd be a big deal. Well, you can't even do it. You're 18. You don't. If you're not 18, you can't buy them. So. Yeah, today I'm just sitting out. It's sunny out today. It's nice, but it's 30. It was 36 degrees when I drove into town. This is my first day venturing out. I've been down for a day or two, just moving slow. But I moved out today and went to town to pick up some things to fix the doorknobs I got a problem with, and you know, Kevin, I could use some of that K&D barbecue to open up my sinuses. That's probably what I need. Travel down there and get me some of that K&D and a little bit of that sweet tea. If y'all aren't subbed to Louisiana Pipe Guy 1965, you all ought to check him out. I find myself just enjoying to check in with him from time to time and see how life's going. Good Southern man. Seems like his heart is right. Good values. Just trying to make it, as we all are. Another weekend coming up. No big plans here. Thank you all for the shout outs and private messages back for the Miller family. I talked in my last video, I think, about an individual that had passed away from ALS, and the family seems to be doing well. The husband even commented to my wife that he felt it was a relief that her suffering was over. So prayers are answered in different ways, I think. Sometimes the answer is no, say for healing or for something that we may desire in our lives. Sometimes the answer is wait, and that waiting is so difficult. Sometimes the answer is going home, and I think that's where her relief came, was as she left this earth in her faith, she felt she would be in a better place, or the suffering was over, of course. So, yep, there's my phone. Well, listen, I'll leave it at that, and I'll talk to you again. Have a great day, and be safe.